Hello and welcome back to Charwell. We've got a bit of a problem today. We've got a contract that is incomplete because we went and sold to the wrong place. And we need to plug this hole. Hopefully we've got enough in this trailer to get it done. So today, we're going to try and finish off this contract that we've had kicking about. We had 10,000 litres of canola sitting in the grain store that we own in the yard that we don't. So we're going to go and take this and try and see if we can finish off the contract with this. If we can't, then we'll have to wait till we harvest some of our own crop. But for now, this might do what we need to do. After this, we've got a few bits to do around the yard. We need to make sure that our pigs are fully fed and everything, because tomorrow we're going to be hitting those. Well, we've still got a contract to finish, so we've got that to do. We're also going to be hitting our own crops, our own harvests, pretty hard, because we want to get into that. We should actually have some canola ourselves next time. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. We want to be. I found something actually that will allow us to store our eggs better as well. There was an egg storage mod that was released in the last few days, and so I want to see if we can place that. See if we can put our egg boxes into that, because that will take our egg boxes, and then when we bring them out, that will bring them out on egg pallets. So I want to give that a try and see how that works for us on here, because that would actually be an absolutely perfect mod for us. It depends on where we can put it in the yard, and then hopefully next time, or that will then hopefully today allow us to break up things a little bit with these yard jobs. And next time we can finish off these contracts before we plumb back into our own harvest the following day, which will all be good. I've missed my turning. There we go, that's better. So as I say, yes, next time we're going to be getting on to getting back into these contracts, using the ideal combine again and getting these contracts cleared. Which will be good for us. Well, we've got this one on Field 85. I don't want to spend too long doing contracts, but this is a good opportunity for us to get a couple done. And we'll pull this up here and pay for the. Basically, our contracts are going to pay for the use of our own combine throughout the season. So this hopefully will do it. Yes, it has done it, and we've made a little bit extra on top, another 4,000 on top. So that is, so those who were asking last time and saying, mixing things up and it won't work. There we go. We have completed that contract and got that done. Always wise to have a little bit of your crops kicking around, just in case you need to do that sometimes. But that has worked wonders for us. So we're going to head back up to the yard now, and we're going to look at placing this egg storage first. So I will see you back up there. Back at our yard, we'll just pull ourselves in and hopefully out of the way here. And then we're going to try and work out the best place for us to put this egg storage. We're getting quite full in the yard here. Oh, we need to turn our... back in the wrong tractor. We need to turn our indicator off. There we go. Right, so we are back in the yard. So we've not really got any space. I'm wondering how big it is and whether it would fit sort of alongside here. So we'll give it a try. We'll see what happens. We need to make sure that we've got enough space for us to actually be able to do that. Now what's in here? This is our egg storage. 12,500. Well within our price range, but I want to see how large it is. It might actually fit quite well in here. Now we've got an overlap here with another bit, so that It would fit really well there, but that overlaps with our pigs. However, that should still work. So we're going to give that a try. Two completely different triggers overlapping. There we go. So let's put that in there. And looks like we're going to need to rework the ground a little bit. That's absolutely fine. We are currently not in painting. There we go. Now we're in painting. And we want that. I'm going to reduce the size of that a bit. No, I don't want that. I want different. Yeah, I want that one. There we go. And we'll give that a bit of a change. There we are. Right. So this should now allow us to store our eggs. So let's take a box and test this. How do we do this? There we go, straight in there. So this now is our egg storage. Straight in until it creates, basically I think it gets to a point and then it starts creating egg pallets. So if we put these in here, this is going to be a massively useful bit for us. And works just as well actually as... Oh. Careful, we don't want to break any. Just as well as if we were putting egg pallets down and those were getting filled. In fact, this I think is better because I'm actually having to do work to get the boxes of eggs into here in order to get them stacked back into a pallet, which is really, really useful. I am not handling these eggs well though. There we go. Next box in. That's interesting. The trigger for these is only on the left-hand side. So let's take that off, and we can do that and get these in here. So I'm going to get the rest of these in here, and then what we'll do is we will get on to doing some work with the pigs. Final egg box that is full, going in there, absolutely perfect. Right, so what can we do here then? Can we... I'm not 100% sure. No, I'm not exactly sure exactly how we get these out of here now. There's nothing that comes up extra. Inputs, outputs. Okay, right. We only have 30% of what we need to do to output a thing. So wow, that really, you really do just have to keep putting eggs into there, and then when that's full, that will then produce a pallet of eggs. So we don't have to worry about them for a good long while. Hopefully, that will give us enough eggs, or that will give us a lot of eggs, 3,600 eggs. That will repackage. So that's really, really useful. Our chickens are looking good. Our pigs are actually looking fairly good. We're going to give them a quick bout of water and go and get our little skid steer and get that done as well. And our skid steer is over here. We've got everything sort of parked up in our yard and in our way at the moment. There we go. And something we're going to be starting soon. We're in such a good position at the moment that we're entering into the autumn with at least one field already done, and two more, and we should have all of our stuff done by the end of the autumn. I mean, we should be absolutely cracking position to get things completed this year. But it does mean that we are going to have plenty of time to get things like winter crops in. And we're going to be looking at the rotation again after last year's slightly failed rotation. We're going to be looking at the rotation again this year. We're definitely going in with winter wheat. I'd like to go in with winter canola as well. I think that would be a good idea. We're going to put this... I'm actually not going to clear up the pigs. The pigs don't need cleaning. They just need their food topping off. If we have a look at that, so that was our corn that we were doing. So yeah, that's our corn up to a nice high state. Means we can go through and do the entirety of our next game day without too much worry. And then head over to here. I think actually, talking about getting back to the contracts next time, we're going to have enough time this episode to go and get Field 85 started and knock out the headlands on that. So we're going to go and get the ideal combine up onto that field. At least get ourselves a tank from that, I think. And split the rest of that and split that contract over this video next, because that is a big field. I mean, admittedly we have a big combine, but that is a big field. Right, there we go. That's still the canola that we want. So we'll get the rest of that out. And yeah, we did have some of our own canola here. We got a decent amount of manure. I'm trying to produce a little bit more. I'd like to spread a whole load of manure, and we're going to be doing that in the next bit. Or in the next few episodes, getting that all done as well. Right, one more thing here, like so, and this will get us sorted for animals. In fact, what we have left over here in the wheat, we might as well try and give that to the chickens. I don't think the chickens need very much. But we will see. There we go. And in with that. Maybe 500 litres. Nope, there we go. For the pigs. So that is the pigs done. And with the pigs done, let's have a look at our chickens. Yeah, our chickens could take a little bit. They'll take a little bit of this, and that will sort them. As I said, we don't need to worry about cleaning out the pigs right now. Around here, I do like how compact this yard is. Right, got it. There we go. And we'll go and put this back in our storage. Only 32 litres of wheat. But still useful for us. And we can probably get rid of this auger at this point. All of this in here we are going to continue using as food for our animals. We have got this little bit of corn over here, but we can clean that up. Actually, let's do that. Let's get that done. So, in our garage, in our leased items, we do have a few bits and pieces that are leased. Didn't realise that my my baler was leased, but that's all right. That's not costing us a lot. This doesn't cost us a lot, but we might as well get rid of it. We don't need it, so let's return that auger, get that out of our shed, and then that just frees me up quickly to clean up this patch here and get this put in with our other corn over the other side, and we can start looking at reducing, or start looking at how this shed is going to be used later, because the hope very much is that we're going to use this to store our sugar beet, maybe. which in itself is going to be interesting because we're probably going to need something larger than our JCB here. Well, no, I think we're just going to need conveyor belts again. I think we're going to need a conveyor belt set up in order to get this to work. So I've got to work that up. Hopefully we're going to have enough money to get that to work as well. But it will be a different setup in here with that. But getting this into this pile here gives us a good amount of feed for our animals still going forwards. We are using the corn, of course, at double the rate that we're using everything else. There we go. But if I can get something in here that we can use conveyor belt wise, we should be good. Right, there we are. That has sorted that out as well. I think our pigs are good at the moment as far as everything else goes. So that's all good. We can park this up, and I think we should get the combine escorted down to field 85 and maybe try and make a start on that headland. So here we are down with the Agro Ideal. Now the thing we found with this before is we couldn't actually, well, we weren't able to pull the trailer with this header on it. So I'm going to try and mount the header a little bit towards the back. And you can see it will give a little bit more of an overlap, but should at least allow us to get the header onto the trailer and then pull the trailer using this combine. Disconnect that. I was saying before, the beauty of this combine is that the header doesn't need the PTO and everything disconnecting. It automatically disconnects because of how it is. Connect that up, and we've given ourselves plenty of space from the back of the combine. Now the other thing to watch as a result of that is that this does not, that we don't catch the header on the back of something, but we will keep an eye on that. Let's get some beacons on, and out we go, and away we go. Perfect. So that is working really well. This should get us up to field 85, which is a contract for wheat. And yeah, it's actually a sizable contract for wheat. It's 15,000 just for the contract. As always, when we do a contract, we're looking at getting an extra amount out at the end. Now, I want to be careful turning out of here, because as I said, we've got the back of this header that we don't want to hit anything, and it didn't. Excellent. Let's head up to our field at the top. Not too far actually, and this combine motors. This combine, you know, will do 26 miles an hour, and runs very, very nicely as a result. And yeah, really, really great combine. Look at our fields. Our fields are all so very nearly ripe. That it's going to work brilliantly for us when they do come. It's going to be longer for the corn. Looking at that, that still has a way to go. That corn, so that is going to be further into the autumn. But that's not such a worry this year. We're up to, where are we? We are at. We're looking at least that and that for the corn. So if the corn comes ripe by the middle of autumn, that will work out absolutely brilliantly for us. If it doesn't, then we will have to deal with it. Our sugar beet is looking good as well, but as I'm less worried about the sugar beet. The sugar beet we can pick up at any time. The one thing we do need for the sugar beet is 120,000 in order to get the harvester for that. Otherwise we're going to have to hire the harvester, which I don't want to do, but I will do if we need to. Right, bring this down, And we're going to just put our header trailer here. Like so. And this will allow us to get our headland knocked out today. And place us in a good place for next time. What we might be able to do, although actually I was about to say what we might be able to do is do 2 fields at once. We don't have the trailers to do that. Because the trailer for this contract, of course, did not spawn because there wasn't enough space for it. So we only have our tractor and trailer to cart with. And yeah, we are not in a position for that. And actually, this field is shaped rather nicely for doing this. Let's get this started up. And we're going to take out our headlands to get ourselves started and get ourselves moving. And yeah, we're not creating straw on here. Now there is a straw from contracts mod that you can get. I'm not running it on here. I'm not sure it's something that that I would run on here and have it go right. So yeah, what we're gonna do is have to is sort of work this out and see what's going on. As far as I'm rambling now. The reason I don't think of that is because that wouldn't be a normal thing. You wouldn't be a contractor go and bail up straw from a contract and expect to keep the straw. So I think there might be instances where you would do it if you were sort of forfeiting some of the profit or some of the cost or taking payments in that. But it's I think it's few and far between. This thing is huge, this combine. This just absolutely mulches through, cuts really, really nicely through any size field. We are, I mean, 85 is the biggest field on this map. And you can see just how much it does. And we are 23%. So this is the reason why this combine came available for this contract, is because this contract is massive. This is the biggest field on the map. It makes it a really useful thing for us. And we want to be, what I want to do is see if there are any other contracts for us to do on here that we might be able to complete once we've completed our own harvest, or to do while we've completed our own harvest. The trouble we've got with that is we've got to be very careful that we have this contract for 2 days and we have to complete it within 2 days or we lose the money for doing it. And if we look in here, we do have some other contracts. So field 30, we've got a harvesting contract. Field 28 we have a contract. Field 48 we have a contract. So there's quite a few fields that are harvesting contracts. Most of them are quite small. I think maybe a 3,000 or a 4,000 pound. I should say I've noticed actually we've left this on dollars, so we'll switch this over to pounds. Yeah. Pound contract. So we need to we want to kind of grab those ones if we can. They're not worth a huge amount of money outside of that, and there are a lot of harvesting contracts on here. Kind of shows if you owned several fields on here how much there is to do. But it's yeah, it's quite in depth and involved in getting that done. 44% full at this point, and yeah, we have a lot of field to go. So I am going to continue cutting around the field. Let's see how far we get, and if we can get this headland cut today, that would be perfect, and we will go from there. We're over 80% full, and we've just started the return headland. So yeah, we are not going to make it the whole way down this field. But, as if by magic, sitting right there waiting for us is the JCB with the trailer. So we're going to empty this out and get that done. We're just going to cut far enough ahead for us to reverse out, reverse back, and get that and get this emptied. So if we go this far forwards, we will then lift up, spin ourselves around, and we've got enough space then to empty this out and get that done. And this, I think, is a perfect place for us to leave this today. We will continue this harvest and this contract next time. Our wheels are dancing a bit. But that is looking brilliant. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.